Hi, this is Darren Hamilton with McAfee. Today we'll discuss the McAfee Network Security Platform, formerly IntraShield, and we'll overcome the challenge: how do I manage both version 4 and version 5 sensors using a common management platform? Here's a common scenario our customers face. They're running an IntraShield Security Manager version 4 server managing version 4 sensors. They come into possession of version 5 sensors. The version 4 manager is incapable of managing these sensors. So what do? What we're going to do today is we're going to upgrade the manager to our version 5.1.11, which can manage both version 5 and version 4 sensors. So here I've logged into our manager console. As you can see, we're running a version 4.1 manager. We have an IntraShield 1200 sensor that is already configured. As you can see here, the sensor that's configured is running version 4.1.5.7 software. So what we're going to do is upgrade our manager and then pull in a version 5.1 sensor. The first thing we need to do is back up the database. So I'm going to go to this directory, C IntraShield bin, or wherever your IntraShield manager is installed, it's the bin directory. We're going to run this script, dbadmin.bat. Here we're going to put in a backup file name and a backup location, and let the utility back up our configurations and alert data. Now that this is done, we can proceed. So we'll close the tool. We're going to stop the manager and associated services. Now we're ready to perform our upgrade. I've already downloaded the install file for 5.1.11.8. So let's run that file. So now we proceed through the installation wizard. Accepting the defaults, telling the installer where to find the existing database, entering in our root password, and proceeding with the installation. Now that the installer is finished, you can see that we have a new McAfee icon denoting the Network Security Manager service is running. So let's open the console. Ignoring the certificate error, we'll fix that later. You can see now that we've upgraded the manager to version 5.1.11.8. Let's log in. Now you'll notice the rebranding to McAfee Network Security Manager, version 5.1. Our version 4 sensor is alive and well. You'll notice that it requires an update at this point. That's because there's a new signature set that's associated with our multi-version manager. The 5.4 SIG set release contains signatures for both version 4 and version 5 sensors. So that's what we'll be pushing out to all of our sensors from this point forward. Now our last step is to add in our version 5 sensor into the manager. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to click up here on Configure. I'm going to add in a new sensor. Give it a shared secret key. And add it to the manager. Now it's successfully added. Now what we need to do is console into the sensor and tell it where to reach its new manager. So we'll tell it where its manager is by IP. We'll give it the shared secret key that we already pre-programmed into the manager. Now, after a brief wait, we can see here that we have connectivity established to the manager from the sensor's perspective. Let's switch back over to the manager. Now you can see here that we have both our version 4 and version 5 sensors active. Here's our version 4 sensor. Here's our version 5 sensor. You can now see that we have our version 4 and version 5 sensors now both fully managed by our McAfee Network Security Manager. Now we've completed what we set out to accomplish. We have a fully heterogeneous network security sensor environment being managed by a central network security manager console. Thank you.